Hello vlog. Michelle and Tom Tom say hi. And today is Sunday, January 14th, 10:21 p.m. It has been almost 2 weeks since the last vlog. It was the day before New Year's. And now it's 2018. Happy late New Year's, everybody. So it's been about 2 weeks. A lot has happened. What has happened? So the Monday came and I took the two tests. I remember recalling, I hope I claimed it in my last video, but I kept telling myself I was going to fail one and pass one. And I was telling myself I'm probably going to fail AO3 and then pass the retake. But it was exactly the opposite. I beasted the third assessment and then the retake. I was like, oh, I got it. And I ended up failing the retake. My dad's walking downstairs. I don't want to be doing the vlog loud. It's kind of awkward. But anyway, so I ended up failing the retake. I was basically back where I started. The retake, I got caught up in a stupid error again, which I'll go into later. Oh, that should be my thing. What I found out my weakness was the tests, and so I failed the retake. And what did we do? And instead of having the test the next Monday, it was actually the next Wednesday because this the week after New Year's we were introduced to Rails, and the next test was going to be 2 hours, and we had to make a basic but functional app, basically, including the in Rails. There's models, views, and controllers, and then you have to create all of that within 2 hours. A super basic one, but still, it was a lot of content. So that first week we were just being introduced to the material, and then the weekend was just studying. And what did I do? And then the day before the test, on Monday, I left early. Bless you. I left early, class early, because I was sick. So then I studied because I was sick. And then the next day I was even more sick. So while I was sick, I studied some more. And I studied. And yeah, so from the third test to the fourth test, it was basically being introduced to new content Rails. And then we took the test on Wednesday. And unfortunately, one of my good friends during the boot camp, he failed it and he ended up dropping out, which was sad. Good friend, and everybody was saying bye. It was like a reality TV show. But during the test, it was super stressful. I've never felt that way since college during like finals week. I was basically taking the test and then everything was going smooth and I was blasting through it. I would have finished in an hour, but I got caught up on this error and I spent about like 40 minutes on it. And instead of reading the error, I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? There has to be something wrong. What am I not doing right? And then every time these tests happen, I focus on my muscle memory rather than reading the actual error. And this is where my weaknesses are, and it's like debugging during tests. When I get into an error or get caught into an error, instead of actually reading the error, I panic. Well, I don't panic at first. At first, I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I look at if all my muscle memory is correct, and then I slowly start to panic, and then I'll try to read the error, but I won't really be fully 100% committed to it. I'll kind of speculate and I'll look at keywords instead of reading the whole actual error. And in the controllers, there's different actions or verbs that you could do. It's depending on what the user gives you. So you could either create, update, delete, new, show, index, etc. And then one of the tests was our specs was saying to edit, but instead of writing code in my edit method, I was writing it in my update method, because in my head during building muscle memory, I combined the two instead of realizing, hey, those are two different methods. So when I was in like just tunnel vision, I went into the edit and treating it like update. Or yeah, I was treating edit like update, so I wrote an update instead of edit, which, or actually, sorry, I wrote my edit or my update method inside my edit. So I was like updating attributes and such of the user depending on what they gave me, when I should have just read the spec, and the spec was what was it? It was, oh yeah, it said render the edit page if the user is equal to the current user. And it was so simple. I just had to do render edit if current user is equal to current user, whatever. And then I fixed that. But I was stuck on that for 40 minutes. So I only had about 20 or 15 minutes left. And then, uh-oh. And how that test was set up, majority of like the passing was related to the views. The views had a lot of the questions, and then I was just blasting through all the views, and I got out of 80. I got about 80. I got 70 or 74. So I missed only 6, but that was a close call, and it's because I wasn't reading the actual error. What I was doing, it was so dumb. Actually, I was reading the error, but instead of, there's a stack trace. How do I? Oh, I can't show. I'm too lazy to do that. Anyways, there's a stack trace. So the first line would be like, the error occurred here. Then it goes down and shows you all the different errors. And then the first line was like, it was like, this line is where the problem occurred. And then that was where the problem was. It wasn't on the test page. It was on where I wrote my code page. So I was like, on my code page 44, that's where the problem occurred. And I was looking on the test page 44, when actually in the test page, the test line was like 100 something. And that was like the third line of the errors. And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh shoot, I've been reading the wrong error. So dumb. Or I've been reading the wrong line. So I went to 144 or something like that. I was like, oh wait, render edit if it's a current user. I was like, wait, what? And then I got a pass, and I was so relieved. And then I was able to do the rest of the test. So that's my weakness I've learned. I passed the test. I was so close to failing. I almost cried during the test because my emotions and my adrenaline was like overcoming me. I'm like, man, this can't be it. This can't be it. And I was like about to cry. I was like, man, I can't do this. I can't do the retake. Like, I'll feel too much like shit. But thankfully I passed. Now we're on the 5th test, and now it's JavaScript. Man, I keep on thinking I could show you guys. Can I show you guys? Damn, I set this up. I was gonna, because you could have 2 modes. You could have like just the webcam mode, which shows all of this, or you could do like the desktop mode. But I forgot to do that. Anyways, whatever. I'm doing JavaScript right now, just learning all the syntax. I'm doing super basic problems like primes, and like, what else? The doubler question, which is doubling every element of an array by 2 or whatever. So pretty basic stuff. I feel weird though. I don't feel confident like the first test. I just feel lost. I just feel like I'm barely getting by. I'm hoping I finish strong. I just want this to be over. And the 6th test, from what I've heard, is similar to the 4th test, where you have to basically make a functioning app or a functioning web page or whatever it may be. So it's just, the 4th test was basically rumored the hardest test, and I got through it. I'm just worried because if the 6th test is just as hard as the 4th, and I barely got by because I found my error, man, that shows that I have a high chance of failing still. Because if I get caught on another bug and I don't know how to read my error, then I'm fucked. This can't be it though, man. Like, this is a 2-year plan. That would suck. But there's a lot of other boot camps if I were to fail, but I'm gonna try my hardest to prevent that from happening. And I know I worked my ass off this weekend though. I kind of slacked again. I'm kind of bummed out, but it was because something my girlfriend and I planned to do. It's a crab feed, so we had good crab, right, babe? And Sunday I was able to catch up on the reading and all that. But this can't be it, man. This basically a month and a half already. We're technically on week 6 though. Man, it's 2 more tests, and I'll be officially in, and I don't have to worry about leaving due to failing assessments. And that's when I'll finally consider myself a developer. After passing the 4th test, I actually do consider myself like a legitimate developer. But just passing all 6 tests and being at App Academy and making it official would be like so. I might cry if I pass the 6th test. But the first things first is the 5th test, and it begins with studying and working my butt off like usual. So that's about it. My theme is I need to get better at debug. Or I'm good at debugging. It's just during tests I panic. I'll be honest, I panic. Or I don't panic. I rush. I rush too much, and then I don't really read the words that are given to me in the error. So I'll be better at that next test, and I'll be prepared, and I'll try to adapt. But how am I feeling? How long is this video? 11 minutes. All right. Feeling scared, nervous. I get anxiety. I wake up this weekend. I woke up, just the first thing that hit me in the morning was anxiety. I was like, man, I can't fail this test. And like, we have this group chat of all my classmates, and everybody's asking questions about problems I'm not even at yet. That builds up more anxiety because I feel like I'm so behind. And so I'm almost there, man. I would say about 2 more weeks, and then it's either I'm in App Academy or I'm out. And it's crazy. I got this far though, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Anything you have to say, babe?
Just keep fighting.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep fighting. I'm a fighter. I have a fighter's chance as long as I work my butt off. Whoever's watching me, if you are religious, pray for me. If you're not, hope I do well. I think that's all I have to say. And hopefully I bust out videos more frequently. Sorry, things are just getting a bit more hectic, obviously, during the boot camp. But I'll keep busting these videos out whenever I can. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time.